Praise the Lord, guys, gals, girls, men, women. It's happened again. Just met a guy in Cabela's that knew me. He looked familiar, but I didn't really know him. I know who he is now. But he just wanted to shake my hand because his whole household got saved. While hearing us have church at the barn. The whole house, the whole family, all of them got saved. Listening to me preach at the barn on his front porch. It's just absolutely humbling. Absolutely humbling to know that God will use me. You know, you just assume that people hear you. Last week, we got the testimony that somebody had got saved sitting in their tree stand while we was having church in the barn. Sitting in a tree stand in the woods. Probably avoiding church, you know. Probably running from God. But got saved in the tree stand. Now this guy talks about how much he loves mom and dad and loves the family and watches all of us on when we do Facebook Lives and things like that. So it's not just me. It's not just me. It's not just what we do at the barn. It's everybody that's connected, because it's that net that we used to talk about. Me and Nick used to preach about that gospel net. It's that net. Each little hole and that each little connection in that net is another ministry. It's another ministry. It's another ministry. It's another preacher. It's another church. It's all connected, and all things work together to the good. You know, for those that's in the Lord. But I just want to share that with you guys, because it just really, really humbled me. You know, it always happens when you don't expect it. When you expect it the least, that's when God lets you know, man. So anyway, I hope this touches you all as much as it did me, and shows you the importance, once again, of what we do. For most people, it don't seem like nothing. For most people, it's made fun of. For most, it's slandered, it's slurred, it's written off as not worthy, won't come, won't show up, promise to be there and don't show up. A long list of things that we won't even go into because of what God does right here. Because of what God does in situations like this where we think, man, what's the use? You know, a lot of times we get in that position of how hopefully something I have done somebody, somewhere, some kind of good, you know. And then somebody just walks up out of the blue. How you doing, Mr. Howard? And then they got this testimony of because of what you, and it was August, what did he tell me? Of 19. August something of 2019. And he said we was having church at the barn. And he goes in his house and turned on Jimmy Swaggart, grabs a beer, goes back out on his porch, and he was a 30 pack a day drinker. Just beer. Don't tell him what else. But drugs and alcohol and everything consumed his life. But he was a 30 pack a day alcoholic. And God set him free, sitting on his front porch, listening to Josh Howard preach. But God's not in it, right? God's not in it, right? God's not in them motorcycles, right? God's not in them beards, right? God's not in them tattoos, right? God's not in that barn, right? God's not in any of that stuff, right? Don't let them shut you up. Don't let them set you down. Don't let them stop you from walking in your calling. Whatever your calling is, operate in it, walk in it, live in it, breathe it, chew it, swallow it. Be who God called you to be, and let the religious fall to the side if that's what they decide to do. But you got to walk in your calling, because there are souls and there's lives in the balance. And we've got to be about the Father's business. And like I always say, I'm going on. I'm going on with my Jesus just the same. And I hope you all are too. Love you guys. God bless you. And I hope and pray that this touches you the way that it has me. Love you all. Praise the Lord. Jesus is the only way.